kind of doing this out of the spur of the moment. Yeah, after my sort of ramble with Final Fantasy 13, I was thinking, what were the games you acknowledge that you like? You acknowledge that they're bad, but you still like them. Which, seriously, I do have a couple of games which they are probably not very good, but some reason you still have this. You still like them for this odd reason, even though, yeah, they're bad. I'll give you a few examples which I think they're bad, but some reason I like them. Or at least not very good in a sense. Actually, Event Horizon's not very good, but I like it for, I think, a couple of reasons. That I find it strange how humans made first contact with aliens, and the aliens see them as gods, which I don't remember any sci-fi movie did that. Maybe there was one, and I've not seen it. But I just find it odd because most of the time they actually find the human race inferior in sci-fi movies or games, but in Event Horizon they see them as gods. I just find that a bit weird. I think another weird thing, also, it had a lot of telekinesis powers and really weird abilities. Actually, it was not telekinesis. I think the main character had the ability to manipulate the universe to his will. So quite godlike powers, really. And there was a really lot of weird things. I thought it was quite unique in a way. I think it was trying to be stylish, but yet again trying to tell a serious story, which sort of works, but yet again doesn't. And I know there was a few bugs that could actually kill the game, but I never found these bugs in my first playthrough. I just don't, and also it wasn't really that polished very well. Another game I think actually I acknowledged. Of course, this is gonna be a game you acknowledge that is not good, but you still like it. Another game I acknowledge is not that good is probably Dark Sector. And I like it for an odd reason. Dark Sector is Gears of War and Resident Evil 4 with a unique abilities I've never seen before. What were these abilities? These abilities had this weird weapon called a Grave or something like that. And when you throw them into sort of elements or like if you throw it into an electrical box, it just carries the electricity and stays on the weapon for a little while. So you have the element of electricity. Yeah, I know, weird. And it gives different abilities. Or at least you could electrify people, or I think you can actually make those elements explode. I know fire isn't an element, but it could still use fire and actually make it explode, oddly enough, and make an explosion. And I know it can actually have ice. Throw it like some kind of something that's frozen. What were they called again? I don't know. But I always find it odd. Just to let you know, the game story isn't really that good. Its exposition is actually not very good. It doesn't really give you much exposition. Exposition. Thank you very much. It doesn't give you a lot of that, and you feel lost in the story, and you're thinking, "Wait, what's this? What's that? What's going on? Who is this? Who is that? I don't understand." The equivalent of Final Fantasy 13, actually, or when I think about it. Oh, just a poor exposition. Funny enough. And just because this guy, he actually walks like fucking Phoenix from Gears of War. It feels like he's wearing a car, a suit of armor made of a car, and this is how he moves. And I'm thinking, you're supposed to be quick and nimble, and actually I don't know why they got rid of the stealth elements in Dark Sector. Because I felt this game would have been better if it had the stealth elements still in it, but also I think it should have been Metroid level design style. You know, the whole. I know some people don't like backtracking and such, but I think this game would have worked better if it was like that. And I actually think this is one of the games that should have audio logs or text logs. So whatever happened to the people who used to live in this town? What happened to them? What actually went on here? You don't truly know what happened here. Or at least I didn't know, because I found there to be no point listening to the story because it wasn't really going to give you much. But I think why I find myself drawn to it is the fact that I think I just like the idea of the grave, and that was it. It interests me enough to keep playing it. And the multiplayer wasn't that bad, actually. It was interesting for a little while. You know, multiple guys chasing this one guy with superpowers, and he's trying to survive, which for some reason I actually find that quite exhilarating. Odd. There's also another game like Call of Cthulhu, The Dark Corners of the Earth. Once again, a game that's actually not very good, but it has this sort of charm. I think the best part of it is uncovering its story, and it's actually got, I think it has one memorable scene where you have to run away from the entire town. And I actually never completed this game. I actually don't remember much from the game except for running away from the townsfolk, and they're trying to fucking kill you because you're getting too close to the truth. But why did I not complete it? Because a bug got me. Yeah, seriously. A bug came, destroyed my game, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not playing it again. But I do have an odd fascination with it, and I can see why other people have an odd fascination with it as well. I'm sure there's other games I like, but they're not very good. I'm trying to think what they are again. I don't know actually. I can't think at this moment of time. Yeah, I can't think of this moment of time what they are, but I'm just really the reason you could probably call Metro 2033 not good, but I don't know. I don't think it's bad enough to be that bad, but yeah, again, good enough to be really good, if you know what I mean. I don't know. The reason I'm just bringing this up is because I'm sort of interested if you like any games that you know are bad, but you still like. Because seriously, I acknowledge there's games they're bad, but I still like. I'm not someone who's all about hate about the game. I still like a game that is bad. It could be for odd reasons. You could even call Side Ops maybe a bad game, but it still has this hamminess to it that makes it funny. You know, the funny hammy, not the really bad hamminess. So, yeah, it's very odd. Seriously, let me hear your comments about it. Let me hear what you actually like. You know that is bad, but you still like it. And soon I'll be uploading up Let's Plays very, very soon. I've just done one, so as I've just did it to the spur of the moment. So I'll just leave you with this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's also one thing I'm gonna add. My first reaction video, I did that out of spur of the moment, but as a very simple joke. But yeah, again, it's a joke that's ultimately true. I'm actually surprised most people didn't get it. Seriously, how the fuck would you feel if you had a man is over top of you in your fucking bed? Would you not feel horrified? I thought it was pretty obvious with Ichigo's emotions there, or his expression. I don't get it. Why no one gets it? I don't know. Some jokes stick with people. Some jokes just doesn't get it. And this is probably one of the ones that don't get it, but I thought it was pretty simple. But whatever. So I'll just leave you with this. I said, just tell me what. I said, I like to know what games you like, but you know that are bad, and you shouldn't like, but you still like them anyway. So I'll leave you that.